Welcome to our Pacific Northwest road trip, a journey that begins in San Francisco. Winds through ancient giant redwood forests, beautiful and wild coastlines, crosses the misty rainforests, serpent rivers, and majestic mountains of Washington state, and ends in the vibrant international city of Vancouver. Stay tuned for a beautiful road trip. San Francisco. This city is a mix of old-world charm, wild history, future tech, and postcard views. And today, we're capturing all of it. As we stepped out of our hotel, we met it. The cable car is one of the most famous trademarks of San Francisco. We started at Powell Market in downtown. Here, the cable car crew still turns the cars by hand, just like they did back in 1873, when Andrew Halliday first tested the world's very first cable car system. Before the 1906 earthquake, there were more than 600 of these cars. Today, only 44 survive, which makes this ride a tiny piece of living history. The cable car pulls us up into the city and stops at every crossing. It's slow, it's nostalgic, and it's the only manually operated system of its kind left on Earth. One ride costs $8 and can be paid by Clipper card or cash. Our full ride ends at Haight and Beach. The tram will turn around there and follow the same street back downhill. It follows a quick stop in San Francisco's famous shopping and hotel district, where world-renowned labels are rowing in one street. Union Square greets us with its glossier, modern side. Here is a central point for shopping and art. From Union Square, we took the bus, as we planned to visit the famous Painted Ladies and also the beautiful area of Haight Ashbury. San Francisco's architecture is incredibly diverse, and that's one of the reasons the streets feel so charming and almost cinematic. On our way, we encountered a pleasant surprise. Let's check it out.
I feel good. One more time. At the cross, where I first saw thee. Today, it will never it's time. I feel that country church this morning. I feel like I'm back home. Never lose its power. How many of y'all can say it won't lose its power? Never lose.
The Victorian and Edwardian homes are colorful, ornate houses most people picture when they think of San Francisco. Now we are standing face to face with the renowned Painted Ladies. They're called Painted Ladies because of their colorful facades, The term refers to Victorian or Edwardian houses, painted in 3 or more contrasting colors to highlight their architectural details. They were built between 1892 and 1896 and survived the 1906 earthquake. San Francisco is the testing ground of self-driving cars, and we spotted several. We are now in the middle of Haight Ashbury, a stroll through the birthplace of 1960s counterculture, psychedelic murals, vintage shops, and boho vibes everywhere. Haight Ashbury reminds us that this city was once the heart of the 1960s counterculture. In this area, there are plenty of restaurants, cafes, and vintage shops. From here, we are taking an Uber to the Golden Gate Bridge, and we are getting a glimpse of the Golden Gate Park, which we are going to visit tomorrow. Usually, when you speak about the Golden Gate Bridge, you expect fog, but we were very lucky to see it thoroughly unveiled. The bridge can sway up to 8 meters sideways during strong winds. It is designed to withstand winds up to 112 kilometers per hour. The total length of used wire is enough to circle the Earth 3 times. Each cable contains 27,572 individual steel wires, spun on site. Started in 1933 and opened on May 27, 1937, it took 4 years to complete, ahead of schedule and under budget. The famous color wasn't the original plan. It was chosen because it improves visibility in fog, and it blends aesthetically with the natural surroundings. Earthquake retrofitting ensures it can survive major seismic events. It carries around 112,000 vehicles per day on average. It has separate sidewalks for pedestrians and cyclists. From here, one can get a beautiful wide view of the skyline and of the famous Alcatraz prison. Out on the bay, the silhouette of Alcatraz appears. It was home to notorious inmates like Al Capone. Surrounded by waters, it was once considered impossible to survive and escape. We didn't tour the inside because of the lack of time, but even from afar, it holds a mysterious power. Fisherman's Wharf is one of San Francisco's most famous waterfront districts, historically home to the city's Italian fishing community. Pier 39 is the most playful and entertainment-oriented part of Fisherman's Wharf, almost like a mini seaside amusement village. It's vibrant, loud, and super colorful. It's one of San Francisco's most vibrant waterfront spots, packed with shops, cafes, and street performers. Fresh seafood is a highlight here, with restaurants serving everything from classic clam chowder in sourdough bread bowls to buttery Dungeness crab. From the boardwalk, you can enjoy beautiful views of Alcatraz, the Bay Bridge, and the sparkling bay. With its mix of food, fun, and coastal charm, Pier 39 is the perfect place to soak in the flavors of San Francisco. And of course, the sea lions, who have claimed their floating docks since the 1989 earthquake. The sea lions didn't always live there. They moved in after the 1989 earthquake and never left. The city decided to let them stay, and now they're an iconic symbol of the pier. They are loud and lazy but adorable. While enjoying the beautiful sunset views toward Marine, Golden Gate, and Alcatraz, we are calling off our first day in San Francisco. As our hotel is located near Chinatown, we decided to walk back from the Pier 39, passing through Chinatown. Chinatown, one of the oldest and largest in the world outside Asia. Lanterns swinging in the wind, Chinese restaurants, murals with Bruce Lee. It's a cultural explosion one should not miss. Next day we walked up and down the steep streets of San Francisco, and at one point we discovered again the Alcatraz. We visited San Francisco right after Halloween, and some of the houses were still decorated accordingly. But then comes something iconic, Lombard Street, the famous zigzag road. It was built in 1922. Its natural slope was a ridiculous 27% before being built. 8 tight curves, 600 feet of brick, and millions of visitors every year. Lombard Street is an absolute must on any San Francisco sightseeing list. A Waymo autonomous taxi rolls by. Only in San Francisco do you get 150-year-old cable cars and fully driverless cars in the same day. We took an Uber to the Golden Gate Park. We need to save our energy for later, since this is a large-scale park and we plan to walk around as much as possible. Golden Gate Park is one of the largest urban parks in the world, stretching from the center of San Francisco all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Fun fact, the autonomous taxi must have thought I was about to cross the street. It suddenly stopped, and only then did I realize why. I stepped back, and it continued on its path. Since it was already afternoon, and not much time remained to spend inside the park, we decided to visit only the Japanese tea garden. The Japanese tea garden is a peaceful escape in the middle of San Francisco, with admission ranging from about $12 to $16 for adults. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can even enter for free between 9 and 10 in the morning. And if you're a San Francisco resident, your visit is free anytime with a valid ID. The Japanese tea garden is the oldest public Japanese garden in the United States, originally created in 1894 for the California Midwinter Exposition. Today, it feels like a small, layered world of its own, just 5 acres, yet designed so beautifully that it seems much larger. Traditional pagodas, arched gates, koi ponds, stone lanterns, and winding paths create a calm, almost timeless atmosphere, while the tea house adds the perfect touch with matcha and Japanese treats. The garden changes with the seasons too, from soft cherry blossoms in spring to deep red maples in autumn. And if you cross the famous Moon Bridge, you'll notice its steep curve, a symbolic passage from one world into another. The park has a length of 4.8 kilometers or 3 miles, a width of 0.8 kilometers, and a total size of 1,017 acres, being bigger than Central Park in New York City. The Conservatory of Flowers is one of Golden Gate Park's most elegant landmarks. A Victorian glass greenhouse filled with rare plants, tropical blooms, and warm, misty air that makes you feel like you've stepped into another world. Landscaped in the 1870s on what used to be sand dunes, the park is filled with lakes, forests, meadows, museums, and gardens. It receives over 7 million visitors per year, and it's truly a green city within the city. In front of us, we see Piramida Panamericana, a unique structure in the Bay Area. It symbolizes the cultural and technological connections between North and South America. It's our last day in San Francisco. We rent a car and soon hit the road to a beautiful journey along the Pacific Northwest coast. We finish the vlog behind the wheel. Soon, we will be crossing the Golden Gate Bridge as we leave San Francisco behind and start the next chapter. But wait, look at these bay views. We cannot leave so easily. Let's take a look. We found the perfect spot to enjoy our breakfast, acai bowl with these gorgeous ocean views. We say goodbye to Golden Gate Bridge and to San Francisco, and we begin our road trip toward California's rugged coastline, Oregon's cliffs, and Washington's wild beauty. Thank you for watching the video. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more travel and food content.